access to the highlights and headlines.
Let's start with the Orlando Magic, where the keys to the game are always brought to you by Don Mealy Chevrolet out in Claremont, your truck headquarters for the last 50 years. Despite Paolo Banchero's 37 points, the slumping Orlando Magic lost their fourth straight game, again by double digits, 114-98 in cold, bitter Cleveland last night. Here's the highlights.
Here is Paolo. Back it down, right back to the same spot. Same result. Fadeaway jumper's up and good. P heating up here in the third quarter. 6 of 9 from the floor tonight. He's got 18 points and feels like he's just warming up. Mitchell just dribbling the air out of the ball, and then he just goes. He says, okay, go time, steps in, gets a 15-footer up and good. Man, he almost lulls you to sleep like that. 10-point game, and Donnie's up over 40 for the night. He's got 41.
Yeah, I think it was exactly that. It's very similar to the other night. I'll go back and look at the film and see exactly what it looks like, where we generated them and how we did. We had a bunch of swings around the horns that just the looks didn't drop. And I think that's just one thing we'll have to just continue to work on, that process of finding those open looks and being able to knock them down.
Yeah, they've been working on that for 3 years now. The Magic are 10-14 in their last 24 games. They took 15 more shots than Cleveland did last night. But the problem is, as Jamal Mosley just said, theirs weren't falling. The Magic's defense has become one of the worst in the NBA. I think I was listening to you and Jake Chapman on the pregame show last night, and Jake Chapman, Krav, said over the last 10 games, I believe it was, the Magic are ranked 28th in the league.
Yeah, month of January, 28th in the NBA in defense last night would not have helped matters.
Yeah.
Second quarter of the game last night, the Cavs shot 73% from the field and completely took the game back after a really hot start. We've been asking for the Magic to start better. They finally did that. And it's like playing a game of whack-a-mole with this team. Once you fix one issue, 3 others pop up, and it's like fixing leaks around the house. Jamal Mosley, who I have the utmost respect for, says that, we're going to go back and look at the film. That's what every coach says when they get blown out in the postgame. And I'm happy with the looks that we're generating. Guys need to step in and hit their open shots. Yeah. I go back to something Richie Adubato used to say to me, the late, great Richie Adubato. He said when he was coaching in Dallas, he would have this player come up to him during the game, and he would go, Coach, I'm open. Have them pass me the ball. I'm open. And Richie would tell him, you're open for a reason. Okay, that's what Jamal Mosley needs to tell these guys. If you're open, that's the game plan specific from the opposition. They want the Magic to shoot these shots.
Right.
So it's like, yes, they're generating open looks, but the defense is okay with that.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell didn't need open looks last night. He erupted for 45 points for the Cavs. Cravs, I think we're making this more complicated than it is with the Magic. You just said it. They can't make shots. They are next to last in the league in three-point shooting. I went to the doctor today. The doctor is a big Magic fan. He goes, why is it that players come to the Magic and suddenly they can't shoot? He brought up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope last year, Tyus Jones this year, Desmond Bane. These are all like 40% three-point shooters. They come to the Magic, and Desmond Bane shooting 34% this year, Tyus Jones shooting 28% from three this year, Caldwell-Pope last year, my God, what was he, like 30% from three last year?
And Caldwell-Pope, I think yes, there is clearly a trend here, and we looked it up before the show. It's almost clean across the board. Guys shoot better before they get here, and then their numbers tank from long range. But KCP might be more career-specific because his numbers this year are actually worse than they were a year ago, and he's in Memphis. But like that, okay. But that makes no sense, okay?
I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't make sense.
That makes no sense. Like what you just... There's something in the air in Orlando that just prohibits you from making three-point shots. I just don't.
I don't know.
It feels like, they say that the San Francisco 49ers practice facility is next to a power plant, and that's the reason everybody's getting hurt. Maybe there's something like that going on. Maybe there's just something in the water.
Speaking of the Magic, former magician or at least Osceola Magic player Mac McClung, 3-time defending NBA dunk contest winner, announced, or at least his father announced, that Mac will not be in the dunk contest this year. My question to you is why? Why wouldn't he be in the dunk contest? That's all he's known for. He never gets a chance to play with the big boys in the NBA. Why wouldn't he just come back and defend his championship? What else is he doing?
Well, maybe that's not all he wants to be known for. You're right. That's all.
Okay, so he's going to be known as a G League whiz, and
maybe he thinks it's holding him back from opportunities. Perhaps.
Maybe so. I always thought the Magic should have given him more of a look than they gave him. I mean,
I agree.
He was a star for Osceola, led him to the championship.
And he was really good at shooting the three.
Right.
Could use a little bit of that.
Right.
I agree, but we never really got a chance to see what it looked like. I don't think he's known as the most plus defender in the world, but you know what? Neither is T.J. McConnell, and he's a good, fast little light guy.
Right.
So I don't know. I never really understood it either. And here's the thing, though. So when you told me that, because I didn't see that news story until you brought it up to me, I can't find anybody in the dunk contest this year, and it's almost here. VJ Edgecombe is a rookie and already declined it.
Wow.
They might want to do away with that. We'll talk about something else they're going to do away with potentially in the next segment. But what else do we have?
NFL news: the Buffalo Bills have agreed to promote offensive coordinator Joe Brady to head coach. Brady, of course, replaces Sean McDermott, who was fired last week after the Bills were eliminated from the playoffs. Brady's 36. He's been with the organization since 2022. Kravitz, that burning sensation in Sean McDermott's back, is that the knife that Joe Brady stuck into it on McDermott's way out?
Well, I heard that Joe Brady is considering hiring Sean McDermott as his defensive coordinator.
Sure.
He knows the personnel, system fit.
I'm serious. Did Joe Brady go to management and say, you got to get rid of this guy?
No. I think management had it in their head that this had run its course and we just have to freshen things up. And then they went to Josh Allen, and after they made the decision to fire Sean McDermott, I genuinely believe they did not consult with Josh Allen about firing Sean McDermott. I think they did it, and then they went to Josh and said, there's a vacant chair over there. Who would you like to sit there? And he said, Joe Brady, and they said, you got it. I think that's the way that went down.
Phillip Rivers also interviewed for that job, as did, I think, did the Jags, did the Jags offensive coordinator?
I believe he did. Unitsky?
Yeah. So, anyway, those are your highlights and headlines.
All I can think when I hear Joe Brady is, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Up next, why has Trevor Lawrence been iced out of the Pro Bowl, or has he? We'll get to that next.
bit of a problem. Heading through the city on I-4, there's congestion. Getting through Dr. Phillips into that Celebration area, you're going to run into some slowdowns. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve, plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606, powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
With Progressive Insurance, we make it easy to save money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you will earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever, best sleep with the flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Think you know what's going to happen during the big game? Call it with DraftKings Predictions, a new app where you can predict outcomes on football's biggest games. Make real money predictions on the big game and put your money where your knowledge is. Pick a topic. Make your prediction. What will the total score be? Will the underdog cover? Which team will be lifting the trophy at the end? Then see, will your big game smarts pay off? DraftKings Predictions is new. Simple to use with big game trading available here in Florida. Download now. New DraftKings Predictions customers get up to a $75 first trade bonus with promo code WYGM740. Don't just feel it, predict it with DraftKings Predictions. The crown is yours. DraftKings Predictions is a CFTC registered introducing broker. Event contract trading involves substantial risk of loss. One per new customer. Opt-in required. Non-withdrawable predictions dollars expire in 1 year. Ends February 8th, 2026. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. See terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on most beds with base. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store today.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
And the winner of the iHeart Podcast Podcast Award is...
You can decide who takes home the 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards Podcast of the Year by voting at iHeartPodcastAwards.com now through February 22nd. See all the nominees and place your vote at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Today, UCF Hoops on the Game as they host the Sun Devils of Arizona State. Our coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. Tip time is 7. Hear every minute on your exclusive home for UCF Sports. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeartRadio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Welcome back to Game On, Bianchi and Kravitz. Kravitz, you're going to have to explain to me about the Pro Bowl games. I used to love when the Pro Bowl was in Orlando, not necessarily the Pro Bowl games, but the Pro Bowl. I used to like to go to the game, cover it, all the stars were there, or a lot of the stars were there. Now, though, the Pro Bowl games has become an absolute joke. They don't even play a real game anymore. It's a flag football game and skills challenges and all of that. And yesterday we find out that Shedeur Sanders has been named as an alternate in the Pro Bowl games. All right, so he's a. I guess have we saw whether he's accepted this or not?
Well, he was added to the quote-unquote Pro Bowl roster, whatever that actually means. Right. So I would think that means he's accepted it.
Okay, so Shedeur Sanders, we all know, fifth-round draft choice, completed 56% of his passes this past season, 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, went 3-4 as a starting quarterback of the pathetic Cleveland Browns, who ended up firing their coaches. Now, the reason he's in the game is because just about every other quarterback is either hurt or declined not to play, including Patrick Mahomes, Daniel Jones, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence was one of the top alternates, but he opted not to play in the game. I don't think Joe Burrow, obviously he's always hurt, and he's just in a bad mood about being in Cincinnati. So Shedeur Sanders is in the game. What is the NFL to do? This just makes the game a joke.
Well, they made the game a joke when they made it not a game, so that's step one. But also, if I'm looking at this through the league's eyes, if they weren't going to play a game, they knew that there was a certain sector of the audience that they weren't catering to with the game anymore, and so they just got away. They just basically said I think they kind of like cut the cord, and for all the people like us, older NFL fans that like an actual football game, they just said, you guys are relieved. You're relieved of your duties. You no longer need to pay attention to this. The Pro Bowl is about one thing and one thing only: attracting younger fans. The Pro Bowl, and this has been the case for years, I just think that they are saying this out loud with a megaphone now. This game isn't for you. It's not for me. It's for kids. It's for kids that watch the NFL Slime Time show on Nickelodeon. It's a way to keep them entertained with fun, goofy games. So it's a joke, yes, to adults, but that's like calling the cartoon Bluey a joke. It's not for Mike Bianchi. It's for my son.
I can go with that, and the Pro Bowl game still gets a decent rating. I think it was like almost 5 million viewers last year.
I just don't think that is relevant as far as judging anything that resembles success. The NFL is so successful. They could say on Channel 2 on NBC, we are going to air a live stream of the NFL logo, and I think it would do a rating.
Maybe, but I have no problem with Shedeur Sanders playing in a game the Tuesday night before the Super Bowl, a flag football game. I have no problem with that, all right? Just stop calling it the Pro Bowl like it's an all-star game, all right? Call it the NFL flag football game.
They call it the Pro Bowl games.
Okay,
so
but
they have changed the name, but the term Pro Bowl is still in there.
yeah, that when you think of Pro Bowler, you think that's an honor, all right?
Right.
So
it's not anymore. All Pro is the honor.
Yeah, I know.
That's the honor that you want to achieve.
Okay, but the NFL still makes a big deal about these were the Pro Bowl starters, all right? So they make a big deal about that like it's a big honor. So they just need to just get rid of the name Pro Bowl and just call it the pre-Super Bowl flag football game. How about that? And just invite any player who wants to come show up and play.
Yeah, or just have Justin Jefferson as the special guest referee for the Puppy Bowl. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
It's not a watchable product. And what I would like to know, because obviously they are gearing this towards the children. That's not an opinion. That is a fact. But I want to know if the kids actually like it. My kid just got into football. So I think that Tuesday I can gauge this for the first time from my own house, my own eyes, and see, is he into this? Because he likes watching football now. But he's 6. So I think he might actually be entertained by a dodgeball game.
And to defend Shedeur Sanders a little bit here, right? Because obviously he's going to get, ripped for this by the traditional football fan. Shedeur Sanders, he will draw more of a crowd or a rating than, like, I heard somebody say, why didn't they just let Joe Flacco play it? Like, nobody.
Yeah, I can't be the guy that rails against Shedeur Sanders playing in the quote-unquote Pro Bowl when maybe someone like Flacco deserved it more. When I was the one back in, I think it was 2012, whatever the Jeremy Lin year was, when he had like 5 good games.
Yeah.
And it was right before the All-Star game.
Insanity,
I'm just like,
baby.
Put him in. Put him in the All-Star game. It's what the people want.
Right.
That's what this is all about. It's about attention and fun. That's what it's supposed to be. But I think to your point, I agree that we can't call people Pro Bowlers anymore. That we have to officially decide as football fans that being called a Pro Bowler is no longer an honor.
In fact, text in if you have a new name for the Pro Bowl that has nothing to do with the Pro Bowl, but just is it like a wacky name.
Oh, ChatGPT is about to get hit so hard. All right, I like that idea. Up next, our daily coach quote and today's official text question. That is next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
We all know that these are incredibly challenging economic times. The environment is so tumultuous right now. You've got global unrest, tariffs that are on, tariffs that are off, political polarization right here at home. It all creates volatility in the markets. That's why I trust Trajan Wealth with my financial planning, all right? Their investment team constantly evaluates the markets. And because they're independent, they're not tied to just one set of products. They built a portfolio for me around my goals and my risk tolerance. I even moved over an old 401k I'd been ignoring, and now it's working for me instead of gathering dust. With everything going on, it pays to have fiduciaries who adjust their plan when the markets shift. Jeff Jr. is a Marine veteran who founded Trajan Wealth with that same code he learned in the Marines. Semper Fi, always faithful to protecting and growing your financial future. If volatility has you stressed, call Trajan Wealth today. 407-204-0300. Tell them Mike Bianchi sent you, or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Prediction markets have absolutely flooded the betting landscape, but no one's doing it better and more above board than Better Edge. The question that you have to ask yourself if you're interested in taking sports betting to that next level is this: do I want whatever lines and odds are offered to me in the first place I look, or do I want the best of the number? If you answered the second one, you're off to a good start. If you head to betteredge.com or download the app, then you're halfway home to becoming a winning sports bettor. Greg and James run a tight ship. They are disruptors to the industry, and they're game heads just like you. So come and bet with me and some of the sharpest sharps around over on Better Edge. Test your knowledge and make a profit off of all that wealth of information you have trapped inside of your head. Better Edge lets you put the power back in your hands as a sports fan. Sign up for the first time. You'll get $20 on the house. Just use the promo code BeatBrandon at sign up. That's promo code BeatBrandon at betteredge.com or on the Better Edge app.
Host an event they'll never forget at Crush Yard. Designed for group gatherings of all kinds, Crush Yard makes it easy to bring people together for team events, birthday parties, and milestone celebrations. With pickleball courts, great food and drinks, and flexible space to play or relax, everything comes together in one place. We handle the details so you can focus on your guests and enjoy the moment. It's an interactive, high-energy experience everyone will remember. Learn more at crushyard.com.
Guarantee Media is now hiring travel sales agents for our inbound call center. We offer hourly pay plus weekly bonus, working only weekdays, no weekends. Text the word job to 96551 to take advantage of this fantastic sales position opportunity. Text job to 96551.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
Guilty, erroneous, sustained.
Are you just saying random words?
Don't settle for just any insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, sports fans, it's the Bulldog Mike Bianchi here to tell you about Don Mealy Chevrolet out in Claremont, your truck headquarters for 50 years. And right now, you can score big and get 3.9% APR for 60 months on a brand new Chevy Silverado or up to $5,000 in bonus cash. Need something more family-friendly? Drive home in a new Chevy Equinox with 3.9% APR for 60 months and no payments for 90 days. Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet today or online at donmealychevy.com. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Appliance savings are happening now at the Home Depot with up to $1,000 off, plus up to an extra $500 off select appliances. Looking to upgrade your fridge? Check out LG's newest models serving up ice in all kinds of styles: cubed, crushed, craft ice, and now new mini craft ice straight from the dispenser. Shop savings and get up to $1,000 off, plus free delivery on select appliances like LG at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $999 or more. Offer valid January 8th through the 28th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
With Progressive Insurance, we make it easy to save money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you will earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
We finally switched to T-Mobile because with them, we can be connected here and there.
¡Listos todos! Estas son las mañanitas.
Now we just need to harmonize.
Switch today. Get 4 Samsung Galaxy S25 phones with Galaxy AI. Plus, get 4 lines for just $25 per line. Visit a store, T-Mobile.com, or call 1-800-T-Mobile. With 24 monthly bill credits, 4 new lines, and 4 eligible trade-ins. For well-qualified customers with auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement required.
MCA Transportation is Orlando's official game day bus of 96.9 The Game. From school field trips to luxury rides and full-size buses, MCA has delivered top-tier service for over 25 years. Book now at mcatransportation.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic.
learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
This report is sponsored by Staples. It's a new year, and Staples has fresh deals to get you fully equipped for 2026, like up to $120 off HP Smart Tank printers. This deal means business, and so do these printers. Shop in-store and online today. Staples, that was easy. Ends January 31st.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure, like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
The cold air is here to stay. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Temperatures tumble once again this evening into the overnight. Lows around the metro dip back into the low to mid 30s. We have freeze warnings now for Orlando and Orange County. Temperatures to the north and west, though, fall back into the upper 20s. So freezing conditions for most of us. Cover your plans. Make sure you bundle up as you're heading out the door on Wednesday. Temperatures do moderate a bit, though. We have high pressure continuing to build in. We'll have a nice amount of sunshine with highs back in the upper 50s and lower 60s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeartRadio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Text in 50857. You can also hit us up in the Rage Cage. That's the iHeartRadio talkback. Just tap that microphone icon and let it fly. We have a pair of Earth Day Birthday 26 tickets to give away. They're going back to the Central Florida Fairgrounds this year, March 21st. If you want in, enter the Rage Cage. And you can answer our text question via the Rage Cage or anything that we get going on, whether it's the Pro Bowl games. If you want to enter the Rage Cage with an idea of replacement name for the Pro Bowl, that will also make you eligible for Earth Day Birthday tickets. Not the first one, not the second one, the absolute best one. We already gave out some Earth Day Birthday tickets yesterday. We're doing it again today. It is time for our Daily Coach Quote.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your Daily Coach Quote of the day.
Our daily source of inspiration and motivation, and today's is about chasing your dreams. And I realized today, it hit me over the head like a smack to the dome as I was over there in that hot corner that we have right outside of the studio, and it's overlooking trees and a nice little pond, and there's a duck out there. I really enjoy putting this segment together. Really very much enjoy. This is an important part of the day, not only so that we can spit out this line to all of you, but so that I like doing the research on what quote we are going to deliver in this segment. I like to think it impacts me, and I hope that it impacts at least one person out there that hears these quotes and it makes them want to do something. So that was the stunning revelation I had today looking at it.
I like it.
While I looked at a duck. The quote today is about chasing your dreams. The fish don't just jump in the boat. If you want to catch them, go catch them. Learn how to fish, throw out a line, and go to work. But that's the quote, is the fish don't just jump in the boat.
Yeah. Great quote. Great quote.
If you want to get it done, go get it done.
You got to chase your dreams. If you can dream it, you can do it, as Walt Disney once said. Right?
Yes, exactly. I was so I've downloaded this app on my phone that I think might be the best app that I have ever downloaded outside of the iHeartRadio app. Cheap plug.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Blinkist. Yeah, Blinkist. It is audiobooks crunched down into 20 minutes.
Oh, my God.
So I've already I've had this for a day. I'm on a 1-week free trial.
Kravitz.
I have already listened to 3 audiobooks.
Kravitz. I've read 6 books this week, and my intermittent fasting is,
I'm telling you, I don't know what happened. But I'm a new man. I'm intermittent fasting.
When you're not really
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
And I have found a way.
And reading books that you're not really reading.
I'm biohacking. That's all this is. I have figured out how to biohack life. I fast in between breakfast and lunch, and then in between lunch and dinner with some very light snacking in between. And I'm also listening to 20-minute audiobooks.
Are these books just like sped up? How does this work?
Yeah.
It's like
they talk like Alvin the Chipmunk.
No, it's like some AI. It's like some AI voice. It doesn't sound overly robotic, but I think it's an AI voice that basically takes the most important parts of the book and just delivers those messages to you.
You're not even getting the whole book.
Well, duh. It's 20 minutes long. So, anyway, I'm infinitely smarter now.
The best quote, by the way, about your dreams, chasing your dreams.
Yep.
If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough.
There you go.
That was Muhammad Ali who said that.
Yeah. You know what? That's a guy that chased his dreams.
Right.
He also skipped the war, but that's besides the point. Dodger.
You call him a trap dodger.
But the point of me bringing this up is that I was listening to one of my shortened Cliff's Notes versions of these books, and it was about probability hacking and how to and basically how to force luck onto yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it just reminded me of this quote because it was essentially about if you want to trip into good things happening to you, you have to put yourself into those positions. You have to be around the right people. If you want to, I'm trying to pick a really generic example. If you want to you're in sales, you want to make a sale, call 100 people rather than 10, and your chance of landing a deal is going to be greater. That's probability hacking. You're increasing your chance of success by increasing your volume and your opportunities at success. So it's basically that. I was just trying to figure out how to become a better sports bettor, but this is what I landed on.
Muhammad Ali also once said, "I ain't got no quarrel with the Viet Cong."
I'll change my name. I'm not fighting in this war. Text question today, completely irrelevant to everything that we just said. Things every man should know. 50857.
Like the square footage of his house.
Which thank you to one of our listeners. I now know the square footage of my house. Thank you very much. And my lot size. Figured that out also. 50857. Things every man should know. We'll give you our answers in just a bit. Don't go anywhere. Game On continues next.
Bianchi and Kravitz will be back right after this.
In sports, you don't win without a game plan, and selling your home is no different. That's why I always tell people, call the Nickley Group. They've got an entire team of local market experts who know what's happening in your neighborhood, not what the national headlines say, all right? Realty is about local. It's about what's going on in your zip code. If you're thinking about selling, you've got options right now, including a guaranteed offer. No showings, no open houses, and you can close in as little as 14 days. For a guaranteed offer on your home, visit thenicklygroup.com. That's thenicklygroup.com. If you want to buy or sell quickly, just call Nickley.
The City Beautiful now has a new team that we can all rally behind. The MLV champs, the Orlando Valkyries. Fast, loud, flying above the net, nonstop entertainment. Professional women's volleyball is one of the best live sports out there, and we've got a game head section that you can be a part of. Just email me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com. Bring your friends, bring the family, bring the noise, and head coach Amy Pauley will bring the dubs. It's the Valkyries, Orlando's pro volleyball team, right here in our backyard.
Police activities blocking 2 left lanes westbound on Conroy Road at I-4 westbound. Traffic starting to pile up in your typical areas on I-4 before you head over St. John's River Bridge. There's congestion through the city. No major problems on Florida's Turnpike or I-95, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Capital One.
Capital One is a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network. Earn unlimited double miles on every purchase with the Capital One Venture X Business Card. Big purchasing power means you can spend more and earn more. The Capital One Venture X Business Card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Let's go! You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Running a business is hard enough. Don't make it harder with dozens of apps that don't talk to each other. One for sales, another for inventory, a separate one for accounting. That's software overload. Odoo is the all-in-one platform that replaces them all. CRM, accounting, inventory, e-commerce, HR, fully integrated and easy to use, and built to grow with your business. Thousands have already made the switch. Why not you? Try Odoo for free at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bad calls change games. In court, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-557-6350 or visit TreyFlynn.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Are you stuck staring at your W-2? Are tax refund worries holding you back? You probably have FOMO, the fear of messing up. The fix? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. It's time to overcome your fear of messing up and get your taxes done right. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, rideshare crashes, distracted driving accidents. You name it, we've litigated it. If you've been in a crash, make it a FARA fight. FARA and FARA.
Orlando. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The free iHeartRadio app is the #1 app for radio.
And the one thing you won't have to worry about this year, the price going up.
That's because the app is and always has been free.
Get what millions already have.
The free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
For ripping Ole Miss coach Pete Golding and calling him out and having evidence that Pete Golding was tampering with a Clemson player who'd signed with Clemson, signed an NIL deal with Clemson, and Dabo Swinney essentially made it public that Pete Golding was cheating at Ole Miss. So good for Dabo Swinney, and shame on these coaches for recruiting guys who've already signed NIL deals elsewhere. And yes, that goes for you too, Mario Cristobal at Miami, for recruiting Darian Mensah, who'd already signed an NIL deal with Duke. It used to be, Kravitz, back in the good old days when the NCAA had teeth, used to be that these coaches would get fired.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app. WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
This is Jalen Suggs of the Orlando Magic. They say it pays to listen to Game On. How much are we talking? Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Text in 50857. We've got a couple of good text questions today. One of them is things that every man should know, like the square footage of your house. How to change a tire, perhaps, would be one of those. Also, 50857. You can text in there. Also, we want a new name for the Pro Bowl, because it's not the Pro Bowl anymore. We have accepted on this show that whatever product they are putting forth, they can continue to do that. It's for the children, and if the kids are liking it, then have at it. Every sport should find some way to market towards the younger generation so that they have fans when those fans get older. So if that's what they're doing, then fine. And if you're, 50-year-old Carl drinking your Bud Light on the couch and you don't like the Pro Bowl, grab that old remote control and find something else to watch. It's that simple. You don't have to be bothered by the existence of the Pro Bowl.
You don't want to watch dodgeball or NFL
and I don't.
players,
I have not watched the Pro Bowl in years. So hard for me to complain about how much it sucks because I'm not watching it. There's a lot of shows out there that suck, and I don't watch them. 50857, we want to know those. Danny is on the talkback line entering the Rage Cage.
I'm quite upset that Orlando lost to Cleveland last night. However, I am more upset that they lost to Cleveland in some of the ugliest uniforms I have ever seen in my life.
I kind of liked the Cavs uniforms last night.
What color were they?
They were like peach.
Yeah.
They were like peach orange.
Yeah, I always liked those little creamsicle colors.
It was an exaggeration of what their uniforms looked like in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I liked them. I thought they were kind of cool, but it just I don't care what color jersey the other team is wearing. It makes my eyes bleed watching the Magic shoot threes. It really does. So this stat that I tried to pull out on yesterday's show, I have it now. And that Magic actually added to this statistic. It's not a positive one. With their performance last night, they shot 28% from three-point range last night. So last night was the 16th time this season that they have shot under 30% from three-point range. 16th time. That is
What's their
now,
record in those games?
I don't know the answer to that, but that's the second most.
Not good.
Second most in the league. I wish I knew who the first was, because I cannot believe that that's not number one in the NBA. 16 times they have shot under 30% from three-point range. Guys, you are open for a reason. Just take the ball to the basket.
No
and
question.
Early in the game, Wendell Carter Jr. is knocking down mid-range shots, and the team was flowing offensively. They don't have to shoot. You can still shoot threes, but that can't be the offense because it's not working.
No.
It just simply does not. It does not work.
What else is on the text line? I can't get on it.
You're having a hard time with the code?
Yeah, well, I had it earlier, but once you close the window out, you have to start all over again.
Okay.
With the new code.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll give you the 4 o'clock hour. We'll get a full computer breakdown by Mike Bianchi. Would you rather get Pro Bowl games ideas or what a man should be able to do or know?
What a man should be able to do.
I think but it's specifically what a man should know.
Right?
Yeah, isn't that
what
the
a
way that
man
we
should
worded
know or know how to do. Anything, yeah. And it's based on you not knowing the square footage of your house. And an addendum to that, Kravitz didn't know today that you could get homestead exemption if you have a house that lowers your tax.
Yeah, what a cool concept that is.
Yeah.
Just added that.
Yeah, every man should know that, okay?
I didn't get the playbook, okay? I don't know.
And every man should know how to grill a steak.
I agree with that.
Right?
I'm with you. I got that figured out. I can grill a steak. I can cook some meat.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah,
I
grill
think
meat, any kind of meat.
Perhaps my list of manly things pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
Grilling meat definitely towards the top of the list. You know, being a ball knower, top of the list. I think that might be the list. That's
well,
it right
change
there.
a tire.
I can change a tire. I haven't had to do it in a while,
Right.
though. So I think I could change. I have changed a tire on the side of a road before.
I
And
think
now-
every man should know how to change his oil. Not that you're going to do it, but you should know how to do it.
If you think I'm getting my car lifted to change my oil,
No,
boy, you are so wrong.
I would just leave it on the side of the road.
All
if
you
the
do is
oil
get
ran
those.
out.
You get those little drive-up ramps. You can get them at Walmart. Drive up on the ramps. Get under your car.
Oh God, I can't explain how cool it would feel to have one of those little one of those like wheelie
the sliding things. You slide under
Yeah, what
the
do you
car.
call those little skateboards?
Yeah.
That you just slide.
Yeah.
I slide out from under the car. I'm like, yeah. I got like a wrench in one hand. I'm like, I fixed the tool.
Got that oil filter wrench.
Yeah.
You get that oil filter. Yeah.
Fix the fan belt. You know,
Well,
I just want to.
I don't know about that now. Changing the oil is about the extent of my car knowledge.
Somebody said how to start a campfire is one.
Yeah.
Don't you just rub sticks together?
Well, no, you get lots of kerosene or fire starter.
Yeah, isn't that easy? You just grab some branches and some leaves
Well, you,
and let it.
you have to set up the wood in like a pyramid style.
Obviously,
Yeah,
I've seen the cartoons. I know how to do it. Somebody said how to tie a tie. Definitely, you cannot. Jaden, please tell me you're not using clip-ons still.
I don't even wear a tie because I don't know how to tie them.
I can tie a tie, but it's not pretty. It's not a good knot at all.
But does it look okay with the jacket on? Because I think it's passable.
If you put your
the
collar
jacket.
over it, yeah.
You don't know how to do the different types of, of
no.
knots.
No. In fact, when I go boating,
What's the thick one called? The thick knot? You know, okay. Anyway. you
when
were
I go tying knots, when I go boating at Adventure Boat Share, and you'll dock the boat, and there's a way to tie the boat off to the little the things on the dock, the little anchors on the dock.
Sure, everybody knows that.
I can never get that right. Can never get it right.
I just thought of,
I just end up tying it in a big,
yeah,
shoe
you tie
knot.
it like a
Shoe knot. Yeah, that's what. But
like
there's
a shoelace.
There's a way you take it back and forth, and then you can't do it.
You just got me thinking about one of the wimpiest moments of my life.
What?
I was on my annual beach vacation with the in-laws, and my father-in-law booked a deep-sea fishing trip with me and my brother-in-laws.
You got
and
seasick.
I thought, oh, man, this is going to be so much fun. We got up early. I got on my long sleeve, hoodie, swim shirt.
Got your beer?
I got my beer. I
Yeah.
got a cigar. And I
Yeah.
was like, we're going to go out and sit out and bask in the sun in the middle of the ocean. It's nothing like that.
How long did it take you to get sick?
You're going so fast. The water is just like boom, boom, boom. So you can't smoke a cigar because you'll lose the damn. Mind you, my father-in-law, who's much cooler than I am, is the whole time he's got a cigar in his mouth. I can't even stand. Let alone drink a beer. The thing's like spilling everywhere.
Well, once you stop, though. Right?
I got seasick for a moment. I didn't throw up, but I got a little lightheaded, and I had to collect myself. Then I caught a fish, and the thing, there's a giant, I think I caught a dolphin. The thing was huge. It was huge. It took way too much energy and effort. I know I'm sweating my tail off. I'm like, this is not relaxing.
And did you know how to take it off the hook?
Well, there was a guy with us. Can you help me with this? This dolphin stuck on the hook. What's going on around here? Up next.
A porpoise or a mahi-mahi?
My purpose is to go to break right now. But ACC schedules are out. Miami has a new quarterback. We're back with that in a bit. Right now, let's kick it over to Fox Sports Radio.
Live, local, in your face, and bald. Very bald. Let's send you to the studio for the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
You guys have me in stitches on the text line right now, 50857. Welcome back to your favorite afternoon sports talk show, airing and streaming live in Orlando, Jacksonville, and Tallahassee. A lot of news percolating in college football. Duke and Darian Mensah have reached a settlement in their legal fight over his plan to transfer, clearing the way for him to move on. And old birdie in my ear telling me that he's down in Miami right now as we speak. We're going to have Alex Dono from Locked On Canes on the show coming up in about an hour. The settlement is expected to involve Mensah paying a significant sum to break out of the second year of a $4 million per year deal that he signed with Duke last offseason when he transferred from Tulane. So this will now be his third school that he's on to. And I guess Miami is paying through the teeth here. Hope he's worth it. I doubt he's paying for this out of pocket.
Although I did see Ross Dellinger of Yahoo Sports, he says this settlement has nothing to do. Miami is not involved in this settlement. It's between the player and the school. So I don't know if he has to pay back the $2 million Miami will figure out a way where they'll just give him an extra $2 million, I guess, to pay off the.
Is that not the exact same thing?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
As long as he still has the money,
right,
I guess.
Right.
Or even if he doesn't, they just say, here's $2 million. Now you go give it to Duke.
Yeah, so $2 million extra if they're going to pay him. Say they're paying him $5 million, so that's the going rate now. So that's like they're paying $7 million for a quarterback? I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, and if I don't know. I mean, I don't know the financial breakdown of whether or not it's worth it. I don't think colleges even think like that anyway.
No.
So it's is this just their profitability in this? Are we?
What is the ROI on this? Do we have it figured?
Although whatever it is, I do think there would be ROI on making it to the championship. Yeah. If you bring in, I think whatever they paid for Carson Beck turned out to be worth it.
Right.
But if you don't make a run, it's not worth it.
Yeah, Tommy Castellanos was not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. You have to get those extra games. You have to get that extra pub.
KJ Jefferson, not worth it.
Definitely not worth it. And then the crappy part about it for Duke is that they get this settlement as the portal window is closing, so they can't even turn around and use it on players. They would have to dig into a different portion of the fund. But I know you're giddy about this. A player whose feet are getting held to the fire on a contract that they signed. This is probably the way that it should work.
Yeah, I'm glad that from all indications, I mean, I was reading Duke's statement here, and It sounds a little wimpy to me, quite frankly. Duke's statement is, Duke remains dedicated to the welfare of all student athletes, and we appreciate them for the talent, dedication, and commitment to excellence they demonstrate both on and off the field. We also remain committed to upholding the integrity of our athletic. No, I'm sorry. That was the wrong quote. That was the wrong quote. Anyway, Duke essentially said they didn't want to go through the extended process of suing a student athlete. So I hope they're not backing down here. You know?
I hope so too. I think if you sign a contract, you should be held to it. And that works for both sides.
Here's the quote. It is nonetheless a difficult choice to pursue legal action against a student and teammate. For this reason, we sought to resolve the matter fairly and quickly. So hopefully it was done fairly, and hopefully Duke got, their buyout out of it. And
so it sounds like they probably didn't get the full buyout out of it, since it's an out-of-court settlement.
Right.
And then you don't have to go through a court proceeding, and who the hell wants to do that? That
and
sounds like a
who
terrible
wants the
waste.
guy who doesn't want to be there anyways? Right.
That's definitely part of it.
Yeah. So, yeah, as long as there was a settlement, that's fine. Okay, but I don't like. Even though I'm glad Miami got a quarterback, I don't like that Miami is tampering with this player once he'd already signed an NIL deal with Duke. I don't like what's going on with Clemson and Ole Miss. I just think these colleges need to follow the rules as they are written. I mean, we had Paul. Do we have that Paul Feinbaum clip? Listen to Paul Feinbaum ripping Dabo Swinney because Dabo Swinney had the audacity to call out Ole Miss coach Pete Golden for cheating and tampering. Listen.
Dabo used phrases that, while legitimate in sound, don't really matter much anymore, like, we're going to turn you in. And I mean, that used to be the golden phrase. If if you do that one more time, Mike DeBose, I'm going to turn you in. And
that was Spurrier, by the way.
It just doesn't work much anymore. I mean, there's a way to do this, and I think he could have done it effectively by letting other people do it. But I think Dabo's problem, and it really doesn't matter what he says. He still comes off the same way, Greg, and that's he comes off whiny and out of touch. And I don't really think he's that far removed from anybody else. I mean, it's a frustrating thing. I've heard other coaches, even in the SEC, screaming about stuff like this.
Sure.
But I think there's a way to do it, and he should let the administrators handle it.
Why?
As opposed
Why?
to
Why?
him
Why?
doing
Why?
it.
Why not make it public? Why is he whiny? If he was whiny, he would say, a certain coach is tampering. No, he came right out and named the coach. I think that's sort of gutsy. I don't think that's whiny. Do you?
I think he has whined in the past, which is why he has that perception about him. He's also been anti-portal so far, and this is another layer to that.
Maybe this is the reason he's anti-portal. Because
I think most college football fans, outside of Jaden, because his entire team is built off of it, but I think most college football fans would tell you that they don't like it either. So the other side of it is that is the game now, and that is what coaches are doing.
Okay, but
so why don't you just play the game, and if you don't like it, then get out. I think that's the point that Feinbaum was trying to make.
Okay, but you can play the game, all right? You can play the game, but is Feinbaum just saying, hey, rules don't matter anymore? Should there just be no rules? Because the rules as written say you can't go tamper with a guy who's already signed. So just anything goes? You're just supposed to ignore all the rules now? Because
if the rules are not being enforced, then yeah, kind of. I mean, it's unfortunate, and I think it's cool what Dabo Swinney did in this particular situation.
I do too.
Hurricane Andrew on our YouTube comment section said Miami made $32 million off of the playoff run. I don't know how accurate that is, but I'm sure that they made a boatload of cash off of it. You make it to the championship game, whatever investment you made in your roster is going to be worth it. Any buyout for a coach that you don't like, all of that stuff becomes worth it once you make it that far. But you kind of have to get to that point in order for it to be worth the investment. But that's for those universities and those boosters to deal with. Somebody said that he also said Miami set to make an Oklahoma-type run in terms of their quarterback position. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, Cam Ward, Carson Beck, Darian Mensah. I don't think it quite rises to that level. We're talking about a pair of Heisman winners there.
Right.
And a couple of first-round picks. But it is a really good run. Eighth Mensah is that good. I did not watch a lot of Duke football this past year, but he took them to the ACC championship game.
Led the ACC in passing. He's mobile. Yeah, he's a good quarterback.
Reasons to be excited. One other thing in the ACC I wanted to talk about real quick. ACC schedules were released. FSU fans have to be nervous about this. Not only are you not confident that your football team is any good, they were terrible 2 years ago. Then you thought there was a turnaround coming after beating Alabama. Turns out it was more of the same under Mike Norvell, and they hang on to Norvell because the buyout is so ridiculous. At Alabama in week 4, at Louisville, at Miami in back-to-back weeks. They're at Pitt, who's in much better shape than they are right now. This is a loaded, and of course, Clemson is still on the schedule. This is a loaded, tough schedule for an FSU team that feels like they're very much still in rebuild mode.
Yeah, after the opener against New Mexico, 6 of the 7 next teams they play won at least 9 games last year. So, yeah, this is a Mike Norvell farewell schedule is what this is. This is the farewell tour schedule for Mike Norvell.
And maybe a Pola-Palooza question that we can get to on Thursday will be, at what point in this schedule does Mike Norvell no longer coach the Florida State Seminoles? Does he make it?
Well, if they can raise that $50 million.
That's it. It's all about the dollars. Money, money, money. Up next, a fact about Super Bowl 60 that will blow your mind. That's after this.
The $1 Million Man always gets his way.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Happy. That's happy. Happy. Enter it now at 969thegame.com. And answer your phone if they call. Good luck.
This is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. Every great team protects their home field, and you should do the same with your house as well. Florida weather doesn't care if it's summer heat, winter cold, daily humidity, or hurricane force winds. It's coming at your home full force. That's why Renewal by Andersen designed their Acclaim Impact windows specifically for Florida homes. These windows are custom built to block UV rays, cut outside noise, and help your AC stop working overtime, keeping your home more comfortable year after year after year. And right now, during their Happy Renewal Year sale, buy one window or patio door, get the second 40% off, plus 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest for 1 year. These windows are made of Fibrex material that are twice as strong as vinyl, so you're not replacing windows every few years like so many builder-grade installs. That's how you protect your home field advantage. Offer ends February 28th. Restrictions apply, so whether you're in Central Florida, the Gulf Coast, or Jacksonville, visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Andersen, where comfort meets quality.
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bad calls change games. In court, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-557-6350 or visit TreyFlynn.com.
Traffic starting to get heavy, heading through the city at the ramp where I-4 meets State Road 408. There's slowdowns on I-4 westbound before Darrell Carter Parkway. Traffic's backed up due to an accident on Conroy Road at I-4 eastbound and westbound lanes are getting affected there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
You can depend on Florida farmers. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide for yours. When you shop for Florida-grown fruits and vegetables, look for local. Choose Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
When you're injured in a car accident and the insurance company denies your medical bills, denies to pay your lost wages, and won't repair your car, it's time to fight back. Time to call Farah and Farah at 800-500-5555. Orlando.
The Nickley Group doesn't just do real estate, they do relationships, and I've seen it firsthand. They treat their clients like family, free moving trucks, holiday parties, support long after closing day. Whether you're buying or selling, they've got solutions for almost every situation, and they walk you through every step so you're never guessing. This market is local. Your zip code matters, and that's why working with a local expert makes the difference. Visit thenicklygroup.com. If you want to buy or sell quickly, just call Nickley.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers-only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Looking for a workout that doesn't feel like a workout? At Crush Yard, wellness is all about movement, connection, and fun, no matter your skill level. Whether you've never picked up a paddle or you play every week, pickleball gets your body moving and your stress levels down. Add in great food, refreshing drinks, and a social atmosphere, and it's wellness you actually want to show up for. Learn more at crushYard.com.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
I'm worth a lot more.
I'm worth a lot more.
I'm worth more.
You know what? You're right. And we want to pay more at Give Me the VIN, because good cars are worth more, and so are you. For top price, trust, and ease of transaction, GiveMeTheVIN.com, America's best car buyer.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/fast. That's ethos.com/fast.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team, doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
Before it was vintage, it was a revolution. This smells like the 90s. A decade that tore up the rulebook and defined a new world of alternative. Nirvana, Alanis, Pearl Jam, Weezer, No Doubt, and more. With commercial-free weekends. Your favorite era? Just a tap away. Open the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
When Paolo spoke, he said, you got to come in prepared. You have to come in with a plan. When you see something is trending a certain way, you have to fix it, and I don't think we've done that. When he was asked about the issues with chemistry and coming together as a team, he said, quote, I think it's something that's occurred over and over again the last few seasons, and right now it feels like we have the same issues that we had in the past. If we want to be a contender, something has to be different. That sounds a lot like we need a new coach. And I think that I would be sugarcoating it if I said that it sounded like anything else.
I mean, we're reading between the lines, but yeah, if you're one of those who believe there's an issue between the player and the coach, Paolo's quotes last night certainly could be taken the way we're taking them.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app.
This February 14th, you can make a real difference in the lives of more than 80,000 Special Olympics Florida athletes happening at Aquatica Orlando. It's the annual Polar Plunge. By raising funds and taking the plunge, you help provide year-round training and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Whether you participate on your own, create a team, or involve your school, your commitment empowers athletes to achieve their dreams. Be bold. Get cold. And help build a more inclusive Florida. Learn how you can donate, register, or get your school involved at soflpolarplunge.com.
Orlando's new home for Florida State football is AM 810 Fox Sports Radio Orlando. Hear every game live on AM 810 or search Fox Sports Radio Orlando on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, what's up? It's Hammer Harrison with the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters, and you're listening to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
The segment brought to you by Trey Flynn Law, your free case evaluation, just a click or a phone call away. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today. What should you do? Call Trey. Let's go back to the text line for a moment. 2 questions today. Things every man should know, and a new name for the Pro Bowl games, because we don't want to call it the Pro Bowl anymore. It's just not. That is a moniker that would exemplify
or connotates all-star.
Exactly.
Right,
and this is just a goofy, fun game. So what should we name it now that it's just a goofy, fun game? Somebody said, how about the Average Joe Bowl? Somebody said the Participation Bowl. Now that's just rude. Here's a fun one: playing games with Peyton and Eli. That's a fun one.
I like somebody texted in. I mean, it's not very creative, but just the NFL games. What's the matter with that?
Or another one that's quite similar to that. We all remember from grade school, Field Day.
Oh, yeah.
How much fun was Field Day?
Love Field Day.
This is one of the best. All the different games that you would play. That's essentially what they're doing.
So NFL
Field Day is one of the suggestions on the text line.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think they go to that. It's recognizable for people, and that's a really good idea. We also have a talkback on this, and I have ChatGPT that has delivered a great idea.
What's ChatGPT's idea?
No pads, all vibes.
No, that's terrible.
All right, let's go to the talkback.
The name of the Pro Bowl should be the Sanders Family Participation Bowl.
Except when Dion played, he was a actual Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
And All-Pro.
Right. Yeah, I see where they were going with that. Another one from ChatGPT, the NFL Showcase games, the Gridiron games, All-Star Playground. On the text line.
So All-Star is out. No, we don't want
we
All-Star.
don't want All-Star because then you're called an All-Star. Postseason exhibition game participant. No, we're not going to do that. So the Patriots are the 6th team to reach the Super Bowl with 5 or less wins the year prior.
Okay.
Massive turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's one of the big storylines going into this. That's not the stat that I thought was going to blow your mind. This one, we have 2 quarterbacks, Sam Darnold from USC, Drake May from North Carolina. They are both the first quarterbacks to ever start in a Super Bowl from those 2 colleges.
Oh, wow. Wow, and 2 pretty prestigious colleges.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Especially USC,
Right.
which has produced 26 starting quarterbacks in NFL history. And this is the first one to start in a Super Bowl.
Wow.
It's almost hard to believe.
Yeah,
that's the fun stat that I thought would blow your mind.
That's incredible. Like USC, I mean, when you have guys like Matt Leinart who played there, obviously he didn't start a Super Bowl.
Carson Palmer.
Yeah, butt fumble guy.
Sanchez.
Yeah.
That's believable.
Yeah, amazing. And if you want to go way back, I mean, Pat Hayden, guys like that from way back when. Yeah, man.
Yep. There you go. There's a stat that was going to blow your mind. Things that every man should know how to do. Oh, wins or not. That's the one. That's what I was thinking of. That's the next level for me. I'm a decent tire, which is not believable based on the way I just described that. But the wins or not definitely takes you to another level in terms of your overall manhood. Things a man should know. Ready? This is the most important one of all, fellas. How to treat a woman.
Yeah, well, of course. Of course.
Well, of course. We've asked an of course question. We're going to get of course answers. It is, I believe, the biggest measure of a man is how you treat women and kids. Everything else is secondary. Whether you change a tire good or you know how big your house is. You know, no matter what, as long as you treat women, and not just the women in your life, all women, treat them well, treat kids well, not just your own kids, but kids. Don't be a jerk to kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, think back to when I was at a minor league baseball game when I was about 10 years old, and it was down in South Florida. The Orioles were playing spring training, and I was watching Cal Ripken play catch with Brady Anderson before the game. And Cal Ripken looked up in the stands right before the game started, and he pointed at me. And it was the coolest moment of my life. And I had my glove, and he throws me the ball.
And you missed it, of course.
Well,
because you were a clod.
I was a pretty good first baseman. It was the one coordination I had was catching a baseball.
Okay.
But it landed right next to my friend who also had his glove. So he caught it. And this adult behind us reached into his glove and took the ball out.
What?
That is not a man.
No.
That is whatever less than that is. So that's what I mean when I say measure of a man, how you treat women, how you treat kids. Do you open the door for a woman if you see she's walking behind you? I think that's the most important thing that you can do.
And you never let your woman take the trash out either. Right?
Absolutely.
Right. And every man should know not only when the regular trash day is, but when the yard trash day is and when the recycle trash day is.
Absolutely.
Right?
And I think go to the next level. This should not be I hear the truck in the neighborhood, so now I'm racing to the driveway.
Night before. Yeah.
Always the night before.
Right.
You could you know what? Use this as a test. Figure out when your trash day is. In fact, if you're listening to this show, you should already know. Drive around your neighborhood. It's 9 o'clock at night. Just take a drive around the neighborhood. You see where the real men live because the garbage can's already at the bottom of the driveway.
Is it okay to, if you're walking the neighborhood and you have some trash, like say your dog poop bag, to drop it in somebody else's trash?
Not if it's poop.
Well, but if it's in a plastic bag all tied up.
What if the trash doesn't come now?
If it's trash day.
Sometimes the truck doesn't show up. It's happened. You can't put poop in other people's.
It's all trash. No, there's no problem with it.
I've done it. As long as it's sealed.
Can't do that.
Yeah,
there's a guy walking around my neighborhood right now. He's got a dog who has some, I think he's got like colon issues. The dog walks around the neighborhood like it looks like it's pooping. So there's just poop falling out of this dog's butt. And at one point, this dog's out in front, and there's a very nice man. I was talking to him, and I pointed, and I said, because I was nervous that the dog was pooping on my driveway. I said, the dog pooped. And he goes, that's a leaf. And he was right. So then I look like the jerk. Up next, Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com on the common traits between the two Super Bowl teams and some baseball news as the hot stove cranks up after this.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
Okay, team, let's huddle up. It's the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi, and here's the game plan for you. If you're looking to upgrade your ride, you gotta head to Don Mealy Chevrolet out there in Claremont. They've been your truck headquarters, not for 20, not for 30, not for 40, but 50 years. That's right. They're celebrating their 50-year anniversary right now. You can lock up 3.9% APR for 60 months on a brand new Chevy Silverado, or up to $5,000 in bonus cash, or step into a Chevy Equinox with 3.9% APR for 60 months and no payments for 90 days. How good is that? Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet today, or you can shop online at donmealychevy.com. Okay, let's break this huddle. Chevy, together, let's drive.
I've been telling you guys about Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida. My guy is money, and he joins me now to chat about the latest in real estate. What's the one piece of advice that you would give to first-time home buyers?
Interview agents and ask important questions. Ask what's important to that agent. Make sure that agent is listening to you and understands what it is that you need when you're buying a house. There's hundreds of thousands of agents across this country, and a lot of people can buy and sell real estate, but to protect what you're doing, you need to make sure that agent is really connecting with you, really listening to you, and has your best interest at heart. It's not just a paycheck for me. It's not just a paycheck for a lot of agents, but I want a long-lasting relationship. I'm going to give loyalty to you. And then I also would say, as a home buyer, giving loyalty back to that agent, because at some point you're going to want to sell that house.
Trust and loyalty. You can count on Kevin for that. He'll move you right along through the real estate buying and selling process. 407-702-4635.
Think you know what's going to happen during the big game? Call it with DraftKings Predictions, a new app where you can predict outcomes on football's biggest games. Make real money predictions on the big game and put your money where your knowledge is. Pick a topic. Make your prediction. What will the total score be? Will the underdog cover? Which team will be lifting the trophy at the end? Then see, will your big game smarts pay off? DraftKings Predictions is new. Simple to use with big game trading available here in Florida. Download now. New DraftKings Predictions customers get up to a $75 first trade bonus with promo code WYGM740. Don't just feel it, predict it with DraftKings Predictions. The crown is yours. DraftKings Predictions is a CFTC registered introducing broker. Event contract trading involves substantial risk of loss. One per new customer. Opt-in required. Non-withdrawable predictions dollars expire in 1 year. Ends February 8th, 2026. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. See terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
With Progressive Insurance, we make it easy to save money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you will earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight.
Fair and Farah.
Orlando.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Let's go!
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The Tray and Tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein in tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like.
Okay, get this. Now at Wendy's, you get to go biggie with new Biggie deals. That means going biggie with the $4 Biggie Bites, biggier with the $6 Biggie Bag, or biggiest with an $8 Biggie Bundle. So now you can choose and customize your Biggie deal. As you should. Sorry, I get fired up when I'm talking deals. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
You can depend on Florida farmers. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide for yours. When you shop for Florida-grown fruits and vegetables, look for local. Choose Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
UCF men's basketball's back in action tonight. They'll host Arizona State. Knights beat Colorado this past Saturday. That stopped the two-game skid. As for the Magic, they've now dropped 4 straight games after they got blown out in Cleveland. Orlando takes their show on the road to Miami tomorrow night. And former NBA center Chris Dudley, he's looking to rebound in politics. He announced the second run for the governor of Oregon. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Discover.
Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe, because when you talk, they hear you.
Miami Dolphins play here. Catch every game right here on 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. He's the Sultan of Salary, our very own sports financial guru. When athletes get paid, he's our go-to guy. He's Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com.
Mike Giannetti, our go-to sports financial expert, the best in the business. You can find his work over at SpotTrack.com. Check out the SpotTrack podcast weekly for full breakdowns of everything that we discuss and more. Mike, I will start with my requisite Buffalo question. Joe Brady, the new head coach, how is this being received?
Mixed. I think we're all waiting for another fabulous owner's press conference here to kind of see how the breadcrumbs tracked. But honestly, this is more about who's next. It's the defensive side of the ball that's kind of let us down here. So I think the hire there is as important, if not more important, than Joe Brady. But look, if we're going to run it back, we'll take it for now. It's at least a quick Band-Aid ripoff here.
Hey, Mike, is that burning sensation in Sean McDermott's back? Is that the knife that Joe Brady stuck into it, huh?
Yeah, there's definitely a sentiment that more than a couple of people might have been involved in an overthrow here at One Bills Drive, but we'll keep that buttoned up for now.
Julius Caesar's got nothing on this. All right, let's move on. I always love playing this thought exercise with you when we get down to the final two teams in any sport, really. What are the common financial building traits of both the Patriots and the Seahawks and the way that they got here and how they use the cap to get them to this point?
Well, it's another example of the non-top quarterbacks, right, showing up here, at least financially speaking. And I just kind of quickly ran the numbers because I knew this question was coming. There's only one player about to appear in the Super Bowl that is the top-paid player at his respective position, and it is the Seahawks punter. So I don't know what that tells us, but that is what the math is spitting out here. Basically, they're balanced. They're well balanced. Obviously, the Patriots were the big off-season spenders here once they realized Drake May was a guy. spending, about 350 of total contracts this past offseason. So it was aggressive from them, but there's not a single contract on either of these rosters that stands out as gaudy, bloated, fluffy, however you want to dictate it. They have been balanced, measured front offices for the better part of the past 20 years. I think John Schneider is up there in the top 3-4 GMs that this league has seen over the past couple of decades. So it's not an accident that they're here. And certainly we'll see what's to come of this really as the offseason switches on, because both have big question marks.
I'm curious if you'll rubber stamp this opinion. My guess would be yes, but I don't want to put words in your mouth. Yesterday I made the point that teams win games, organizations go to Super Bowls. If you look, and there are outliers out there like Joe Burrow dragging the lifeless Bengals to the Super Bowl, but for the most part, every year we see some combination of the Broncos, Rams, Seahawks, Patriots, Chiefs, Eagles. It's just 49ers. There's this rotation of teams that end up in this game. How much of that is based on cap manipulation, where these teams that we just mentioned are just so much better at operating within the constraints of the salary cap than everybody else?
Yeah, I like the sentiment quite a bit. The idea that there are institutions that get to the highest level of the sport, not so much the year-to-year team. That certainly rings true. I will say this: these are two very different approached financial structures, Brandon. And neither of these teams, I should say, follow the Eagles or the Saints or even the Chiefs' paths and how they sort of kick the can a little bit here. These are two teams that basically guarantee about 1 year on these contracts and go year to year after that. In other words, they have earned the reputations that precede them. Players want to show up, and players are willing to sign team-friendly contracts, even out of the gate, even when they're not at their highest peaks. So what's to come now from these two franchises? They're sort of back at the top of their respective conferences and already have team-friendly structures built in. It is sort of living off of past historic wins and success, and now getting back there quickly.
Mike, my requisite college athletics question for you. I read a story earlier today that Rutgers is reporting an $80 million athletic department deficit. A lot of it has to do with increased spending, NIL. Michigan's athletic department is also managing a budget deficit. Florida State. We could go down the list. I'm just curious. These are major schools from really rich conferences. Is college athletics is it a good investment?
Oh, it's a great question. This is all so new, right? We all had to see this coming. That this balloon of these explosive payments that were coming in, even if the boosters and certainly the outside sources were helping, that there was going to be some sort of trickle down here. I do think that showing a loss is a positive thing for these institutions. I'll say that from an accounting standpoint. But to this degree, it's certainly troublesome. They're going to need more help. They're going to need some structure. And I feel like I say it every week, but there's going to have to be some kind of collective bargaining here, because neither side of the table right now can exist for more than just a couple of years in this wild, wild west, as we've seen now both sides sort of struggle to get through even just 18 months of this.
Also, how familiar are you with the business of sports gambling and betting? Because here in Florida, we had one bet. You were only allowed to bet at Hard Rock Bet. That was the one place you could bet. But now DraftKings and FanDuel have these prediction markets here where you can essentially go bet with them now. Is this just legal gambling now, and you can bet anywhere?
I don't think they want you to call it that just yet, but it is. It does kind of feel and smell like that quite a bit. It is basically just betting the outcomes of real life things, not so much live sports anymore, but real life things. So, this opens up a whole big can of worms for not just the traditional gambling styles, but some of the networks that we get into, right, with free agency and the draft and things like that. So, I have a feeling this is not going away, but regulations will have to come at some point in time.
I was looking just for prep purposes.
Educational purposes. Yeah.
That the DraftKings prediction market was down temporarily today, and I thought maybe the government had stepped in, but it's back up and running, so nobody panic. I want to ask you a basketball question. We're talking to Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com. We didn't talk about this last week. Jimmy Butler done for the year. He's done for beyond a full year, most likely with the way these ACL injuries are, and he's pushing closer to 40 than he is 30. What does the Jimmy Butler injury do to the future of the Golden State Warriors? I know they still want to keep pressing that win now button with Steph Curry on the roster, but can they, given their financial constraints?
It's looking less and less likely, right? And, the idea of trading Steph seems to be a lost cause here. They're going to keep him for the career, and if that means it's going to look like Kobe at the end of his Lakers career, so be it. And I do think that's where we're trending. There was a world where, Butler and Curry and some sort of Kuminga trade could have made them push back into some sort of contention in that Western Conference, but I just think there are too many teams. The trees are too tall in that conference right now for the next 3 to 4 years of Curry's career to really get this thing reset properly. So it's a huge step back. But as you stated, Butler was at the twilight of his career anyway, so it was going to be a long shot anyway.
What is this I'm seeing about Jose Ramirez with a lifetime contract? What is this? What are the Guardians doing with him?
Well, they signed him through age 40, so it's essentially a lifetime contract, and it just means that he's.
This isn't like a Bobby Bonilla deal, is it?
No. Well, actually, it kind of is, Brandon. It just means he's going to be with one team for his whole career, which is insane in 2026, and it's really a great story in that regard. He signed through age 40, and they did defer $70 million, which Cleveland has never done, ever, with a contract.
Wow.
And they did structure it over 16 years, so it does have a Bobby Bonilla-type feel to it. It just doesn't have that whole, Ponzi scheme underlying sitting along with it, at least not yet in Cleveland.
That's kicking the can down the road for sure. Mike Giannetti, sports financial analyst, the best in the game. Go find his work over at spottrack.com, on Twitter at SPOTRAC, and you can download his podcast as well, appropriately named the Spot Track Podcast. Thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
Up next, we're getting to your responses from throughout the course of the afternoon. 2 great questions on the text line. What should we rename the Pro Bowl games? And what should every man know? We'll get to your responses next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
All right, let's hit pause for a moment and talk about something that is important to us all. I'm not talking about an item of luxury. I'm talking about an item of necessity, your AC system. And if you need one, or if you need to maintain one, there's only one best option out there to call, and it's Mills Air. I've been using Mills Air for over 6 years now. They've always been dependable. They've always been prompt, price efficient as well. They've been around this city since 1992, and they have grown to be one of Central Florida's largest and most respected companies around. Protect your investment and give yourself some peace of mind in the process. Call Leon and the crew to schedule your appointment. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. The number to call, 407-277-1159, and online at millsair.com.
Hey, are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Mission Resort is renowned for its 2 stunning championship golf courses. El Campeon, the Champion, it was founded in 1917 and is one of the most storied courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Bianchi sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. But there's more than just golf. I love to rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. And when the day winds down, relax at the spa or one of their fabulous on-site restaurants, including the newly opened Conquistador, born from Mission Resort's Spanish-accented past, complete with handcrafted tile, cowhides, and vibrant greenery, framing a menu of shareable plates, wood-kissed main courses, citrus-bright seafood, and garden-to-glass cocktails. Book reservations for the restaurants, hotel, or golf tee times at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort and Club, your next great escape is closer than you think.
Traffic starting to get heavy, heading through the city at the ramp where I-4 meets State Road 408. There's slowdowns on I-4 westbound before Darrell Carter Parkway. Traffic's backed up due to an accident on Conroy Road at I-4 eastbound and westbound lanes are getting affected there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Everdore Garage Door. Everdoor's Forever Springs last for life. And right now, you save $75. One fix, forever covered. That's Everdore Peace of Mind. Lock it in today at everdore.com. Everdore, the garage door that lasts evermore.
This Sports Spotlight is brought to you by Capital One. Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. Did you know that the Northern Super League, Canada's first women's professional soccer league, played its inaugural season last year? And the Vancouver Rise were the inaugural champions, defeating AFC Toronto 2-1 in the league's first championship match on November 15th at BMO Field. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606, powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic. The Orlando Valkyries, our Valks, the MLV champs, they're back in action for the new year, and if you haven't gone to a match yet, I can't encourage it enough as we venture into a new season. Volleyball has quickly become my son's favorite sport to watch live. I have the Valkyries to thank for creating lifelong family memories with more to come this season. The Valkyries are a premier professional volleyball franchise competing in Major League Volleyball, one of the league's most dynamic and fast-rising teams, and the defending champs. Experience the competition, the innovative in-game presentation, and a deep connection to the Orlando community. Head coach Amy Pauley has this team rolling right now, and this season is a great time to hop on board. The Valkyries are redefining what it means to be a professional sports organization in this town. For ticket and team info, head to provolleyball.com or head to ticketmaster.com and search the Orlando Valkyries, and I'll see you at the next match.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Follow the game on Face 9 The Game, sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Local radio isn't just music, it's your community.
The voices you know, the news you trust, and the conversations that matter.
It's all on the free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio. Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone.
iHeartRadio.
Refresh your bathroom with big savings at Lowe's. Reimagine your bathroom with up to 40% off select faucets during our Bath Savings event. Need it today? Order by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Shop for your bathroom refresh at Lowe's. We help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location. Same-day delivery on eligible in-stock items, subject to availability. Fees vary. Visit Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for full terms.
Take the game with you wherever you go on iHeartRadio.
We're with Liam after his 4th military move, when being new is starting to get old. We're with Tara during the holidays, when she misses home the most. We're with all service members and their families who need connection, comfort, and a home away from home. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Yeah, I thought he was ultra aggressive, demanding the ball and commanding the floor. I think those were big pieces. His rebounding was the thing that we continue to challenge him to do, and he coming up with 10 tonight was big. Just his ability to just keep distributing as well. A lot of those looks came from the double teams on him, as well as generating the extra pass and the swing. I think that's important for us to continue to do and look at.
Yeah, quick update for you. Paolo Banchero, not the problem for the Orlando Magic. The next game tomorrow night against the Miami Heat. Franz Wagner has already been ruled out for that game. Our coverage brought to you by IBEW Local 606, proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. In the second half of last night's game, Mike, Paolo Banchero scored 23 points. No other Magic player scored more than 5 in the second half of that game.
Wow.
That's called doing it all by yourself. And that includes Desmond Bane had a decent output. He's part of that equation. He only had 5 points in the second half. It was all Paolo. He's out there trying to beat the Cavs by himself. I was hard on him on Friday.
He was gassed at the end of that game, too.
Of course he was. He was doing it by himself. He was all by his lonesome out
carrying
there.
the entire team on his shoulders, or at least trying to.
I'm done. I was very critical of Paolo Banchero on Friday. I'm done with that. This is not on him. This is a personnel problem. I am too much, and I admit this, I'm too much of a Jamal Mosley homer. I don't want to see the guy get fired. I understand why there are questions about his coaching ability right now. When a team loses, it's going to make the coach look bad. I think if you just have to point your finger at somebody right now, it should be at the individuals that built the roster, because that's the problem. Now, there's two sides to the coin, too. And I'm talking about Weltman and Anthony Parker and John Hammond, who's in more of an advisory role right now. The guys that are working for the Magic right now, Paolo, Franz, Jalen Suggs, they drafted all those players. So they get credit for that. But you have to build a team. And right now, the team isn't good. And that falls on the individuals that put the team together. So if you have to point your finger in a direction, which honestly you probably shouldn't do until the season's over, but that's not how fans operate, I think it should be on the front office. The front office right now is more to blame for the Magic struggles than the coach is, than Paolo is, than Desmond Bane is.
Okay, but again, I think we're we're making this too difficult. Is it the front office's fault that when Desmond Bane comes to Orlando or Tyus Jones comes to Orlando, and you think you're getting somebody who's going to really be able to shoot the lights out, and their three-point shooting is worse here than it was ever? Like Tyus Jones is shooting 28% from three-point range. The Magic still can't shoot, even though they've tried to bring in shooters.
But talent evaluation isn't about looking at what a player has done. It's trying to assess what that player is likely to do in the future. We can all go to the stat log on ESPN.com and see what a player's stats were, what they were in the past. But those individuals get paid a lot of money and have a lot of access to information that we don't have to make decisions about what is going to populate in the future. So I'm saying that if you have to point your finger somewhere, it should probably be at the front office. And you're saying it should be at what? The Orlando atmosphere? I don't even know what you're saying.
I'm saying it should be at the players. That's who. It should be at the players.
So we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't think the players just get a free. Oh, Jeff Weltman didn't sign good players. No, these players aren't playing well. They were good defenders last year. Why aren't they good defenders this year? Did they suddenly forget how to play defense? They're one of the worst defensive teams in the league right now. Is that Jeff Weltman's fault, or is that the players' fault? Because, as I said a couple weeks ago, have the players gotten fat and happy with their big contracts?
What, with Tyus Jones' big contract?
No, but I mean, why can't they play defense? That's an effort thing. That's not they're bad players. They've been good defenders in the past. They were one of the best defensive teams in the league, and now, over the last 10 or 15 games, they're one of the worst. Whose fault is that?
I feel a poll coming on.
That's not Jamal Mosley's fault. It's not Jeff Weltman's fault.
Well, you could argue that's
it's
a coaching.
Paolo Banchero's fault. It's the entire team's fault.
A lot of people would say that is a coaching problem, that the team's defense went from good to bad.
So Jamal Mosley forgot how to coach defense. Okay.
It's a motivation thing. Yeah. We're back in 60 seconds with Alex Dono.
Self-motivate. How about that? Use that $200 million contract to motivate.